Stripe, Bonita Bay Club. Justin Smith, one of your PGA teaching professionals here. Today I want to talk about reverse spine angle, what that is and how it might affect one's golf swing and maybe health of your back. So let's simply start with what is reverse spine angle. Now, as we set up to the golf ball for a right-handed golfer, most of the time when this happens, it's due to the right or trail hip working laterally, which is called sway, and then our spine angle starts to tilt towards the target. Many things can happen from here, and probably not very many desirable, let's say, outcomes from this position of here at the top. Okay? When I do see that lateral movement here, sway, the club gets maybe, let's say, across the line or really long at the top, and then on the way down, we start to slide back into it to get some momentum, and we end up tilting away from the target and hitting way behind the golf ball. That's one of the ways to do it, and also maybe if you drag the handle through to make up for it, you might top it or get away with it. Big picture is not very efficient or consistent when we do that. Now, what's the issue here most of the time when we do get that reverse spine angle? Now, from my experience, lack of rotation. That could be other things, and I've seen other things, but this is majority of the time, it's lack of just understanding how to rotate the hips and pelvis and how they tilt and turn. Now, their tilt and turn is another day to elaborate on that, because the hips do turn, but also tilt at the same time, depending on what we're trying to accomplish. So, here we have a little smart ball, or you can use any sort of round object. I'm going to put this on the side of a golf cart here. Remember I said this trail hip moves laterally, which makes you tilt your spine towards the target. We put this smart ball here right on our lead hip and just make some practice motions where you start to just let that ball stay connected between the wall or the side of a golf cart and your lead hip. You can start to see that I'm not really tilting towards the target anymore. I'm staying a little bit more of my posture and turning this trail hip away. Once we get that sort of look here or feel, you can start to see here my spine angle itself is a little more tilted away from the target. Once it starts to get here, lower back issues, jumps, thins, you name it. Undesirable shots, like I mentioned. So when we set up to this imaginary ball here, we're going to take it to the top. See how my lead hip pretty much maintained its distance from this side of the golf cart, and the trail hip works backwards. Okay, right pocket back, kind of a good feel there. And as we turn through it, we're going to feel sort of that right pocket move sort of around your body, or the left pocket move back. Well, maybe a simple thought here would be right pocket back, left pocket back, which is twisting, turning, or rotating, however you want to take that in. Now, the reason why I mention this today is I see a lot. And this causes a lot of motion of when the reverse spine angle happens, it sort of looks like this. Now we're going to lean back and we wonder why we hit behind it, and we wonder why we finish way up here. Those are all groovy for a few shots until we start to stick a few in the ground and then wonder, why is my wrist hurting? Why is my back hurting? So use this simple drill. I said, lead hip, rotate, rotate, and just do it a few times. I can almost guarantee you that it'll start to go away slowly, but we need to make sure we put in the reps to do that. Speaking of reps, as of recent, I had a lesson the other day, a private lesson, where we would take about 3 to 5 rehearsals between shots to try to feel what we're trying to accomplish. Now, that old saying is Rome wasn't built in a day. I don't like to really use that. But the golf swing, make it yours. We're all here to help you make it yours, whether that be full swing or short game or putting, which is very personal in itself. I do like to work through people's tendencies and the way that their makeups of their body are and what they just naturally like to do on their takeaway and throughout the golf swing. So there's your simple drill for reverse spine tilt. There are other ones. Save your back, save your game, and let's improve. Have a great day.